This video is about what happened when I did Exodus 90. I think part of the story would be looking at what my life was like before Exodus 90 to then talk about what happened afterward. Before I did this program, I don't think I ever set aside time to pray. I don't think I ever had any idea about saying no to a lot of stuff that I think I understood I wanted to say no to, but I didn't really know how. And it's not necessarily serious moral issues, but even just the problem of eating food when I didn't want to, or eating too many sweets. A lot of these little, I think they're imperfections that draw us away from a life centered completely around God. And this program helped me have a framework to approach my life in a systematic way with virtue. And the three pillars of prayer, asceticism, and fraternity are, without a question, the foundational pillars of my life today, without a question. And it's a huge aspect of why I'm able to grow in spirituality, and frankly, why I'm able to grow professionally, and why I'm able to grow in my friendships. Because through adhering to it, let's be honest, the first time, maybe even the next time that we do this 90-day program, it's very hard. It's hard to be dedicated to it. It's hard to do the right thing when people aren't necessarily watching what we're doing all the time. It was very hard for me the first time. I barely followed the rules, I would say, for half of it. And it was really the second time that I did Exodus 90 that it really took hold and I was committed the whole time. But it gave me the framework of a daily life that was centered around progress. I think that's the biggest change, is whether it was my spiritual life, professional life, personal life, I finally had a framework of progress moving forward. Sometimes it's a huge step, sometimes it's just a small step, but living in prayer and asceticism and fraternity in a daily way. And it's not just the 90 days. I think once you see how effective it is, it's easy to choose to do it every day. And every day, building decisions upon prayer, asceticism, and fraternity, which I initially cultivated through Exodus 90, has allowed me to build a life of progress rather than a life of stasis. And spirituality, our whole human existence, should hopefully be about progress. And that would be the biggest recommendation I have for anyone evaluating whether they want to do this. It's going to seem too hard at the start. Going to heaven seems too hard. All of these tasks that God has allowed us to walk on this journey, they're too hard. But I would say if you're done living in a life of stasis and you want to live in a life of progress, this would be the right choice. And that's the change that I went through.